Let's begin now. We're beginning Parak Mem. Before we do so, in this video, we're going to do two things. I want to share with you an idea that has to do with just now I heard it last night. It's about the pasukim. It's amazing. The last pasukim that we learned. And and then I would like to learn the first 4 pasukim inside. And I'll give you some instruction about what to do today. So, number 1, I would like you today to be ready your work on your own is ready for pasukim. To watch this video, write it down in your Tagilon, okay? The translations for pasukim Aleph through Dalet, which is on page 81 and 82. Okay, so number 1, make sure you watch the video, pages 80, write it in 81, 82. And study the 7 words that are on page 72 until 74. So 72, 73, 74 has questions on these pictures to help you learn the 7 common words, which we're going to learn in the parak. Davin, I'll try to ask you if I'll try to make a Quizlet if you wish. That will help you for it. And okay, we're going to start. I want to share with you now the idea. An amazing Dvar Torah that I heard about our pasukim and about our situation. Yosef, we pointed this out before Pesach, there are 3 things that it says about Yosef. The same when he came to the house of Potiphar as when he came to jail. In the house of Potiphar, it says that he was put in charge of everything. He found favor in the eyes of Potiphar, and he was an ish matzliach. He was a successful person. It was like Midas. Everything he touched turned to gold. He was successful in everything that he did. The same thing, the pasuk says, happened when he came to jail. The pasuk points out, if you look in Parak Lametet, pasuk Chaf, it says Yosef, and the master of Yosef took him and he put him into the jail, in the place where people were jailed, and he was there in the jail. Many times it continuously stresses this point that he was in jail. And then right afterwards it says how he got chen in the eyes of the master of the jail, and he put him in charge, and he was an ish matzliach. Why does the pasuk continuously point this out that he was in jail? What is the lesson that the Torah wants us to get? And why is it that it keeps on point? He got exactly the same description of what he was like in Potiphar's house, is the way it describes him in jail. He was a successful person. He found chen in the eyes of the jailed person. So Reb Uren Reich said an amazing idea. The idea is that Yosef, I'm going to explain with a mashal. A guy is an executive. He walks to work every day, nice fancy clothes, and he walks in the city. One day, and everything's perfect. He comes home at night. He has a nice dinner. Everything looks the best. It's like the best situation. One day, he has to go for a business trip over in Africa. And his plane makes an emergency landing in the middle of an empty jungle. I mean, not a jungle. It's jungles in Africa? No, jungle. Yeah, jungle in Africa. Yeah, sure. A jungle. He lands, his plane makes a crash landing. It turns out he's okay. He walks out, his suit is dirty. Everything's messed up and dirty. And as he's walking with just like the few people on the plane, trying to find civilization, he chances upon an area that nobody ever has discovered before. And there, it's like dirty. The water is like, he walks in it, and it's greasy. And it's getting on his shoes. He tries to rub it off on the sand, but it doesn't even come off. It's sticking on. It's this dirty water. And he continuously walks, and then he smells it, and it's a familiar smell. It's not a very good smell. He notices that he's just discovered an oil field, packed, bubbling with oil. When he gets back to civilization, he comes back with a few workers, some experts, and they discover that they've just found an incredibly valuable oil field. They buy the land for cheap, and they realize that just now they became multi-millionaires with the oil that they discovered. This guy was put into a situation over here where everything looked perfect back where he was. Things were going well. But nothing was as amazing for him as the situation that he was in right then. in the situation that he was right then, he became a multi-millionaire. He found this oil fields which gave him years and years and years of constant flow of money. He could quit his job and went back to retire, hiring some people to work his fields in Africa, and that was all he had to do. So, although his clothes got all dirty, although he was in an uncomfortable situation, it was exactly in that he was able to grow. What Yosef did in our story was Yosef was in jail, and when does the Torah say he became an Ish Matzliach? All the time he was with his brothers. Yes, he was beloved with his father. Yes, it was comfortable with his father. Yes, his father gave him nice clothes and he loved him. But when he was sent down to Mitzrayim, Yosef didn't look at it as a time to give up, as a time of, oh gosh, what am I supposed to do? I'm in jail. What am I supposed to do? You know, I'm supposed to. I can't even. I used to learn. My charusa was my father. I used to learn with my father. The Yaakov Avinu. Everything was perfect. And here I'm a slave in Mitzrayim, and now I'm in jail. And even that, I'm thrown in jail in Mitzrayim. What am I supposed to gain from that? What am I supposed to do? It's time to sleep and wait. Let time just pass by. No, Yosef didn't do that. You could see Yosef had an attitude of he's able to be pleasant and find chen in the eyes of the person who he's in jail with. Can you imagine that? I want to spit at the guy. Yosef doesn't do that. Yosef is able to find, the guy looks at me and loves the guy. Yosef. Incredible. Yosef is a guy who becomes successful. Incredible. Yosef took a situation that looked like it was a negative on the one hand, and he realized, I have to tap into this situation and be the best I could be, because, and we see that Yosef was only able to become Yosef here. Yosef was able to grow the most because he was put in this situation. To you, it might look like a bad situation, but Hashem set it up. That's exactly where you need to be. And it's exactly from this situation that you need to get where you're going to grow from. The idea over here is that here we are. I hope you're watching this. Now, we are in a time of coronavirus when we can't be in school. It's exactly this situation that Hashem put you in this situation. And you did so because it's in this situation that you're supposed to gain. You're supposed to get what you can get from exactly being here. If we just went through the regular thing, maybe it would not be the same. Now, maybe, for sure, you don't have what to gain in that situation as you have what to gain in this situation. When this is our communication, and we are connecting over Zoom alone, and we're without our friends. All that. It's a question of how will you deal with it? Will you grow from it, or the opposite? Could you gain it? But there is no doubt about it. There's a situation here that Hashem wants you to gain from. He's putting you here because he wants you to gain. Just like Yosef. We must learn from Yosef in our pasukim. An incredible idea. And we're going to break it up into two separate videos. We're going to stop at this one for right now.